Hello everybody, Don Master here. This will be the end of the summer tool haul. We got a bunch of mixed brands, tool trucks, and got a thing or two at Harbor Freight. Pretty decent products here, stuff that I could use and need. Always need more storage trays, especially when you're doing several projects. Cornwell, you can't beat their price for a tool truck. $25.99 for a 3-pack. It's not bad. I mean, this one for Matco alone is $35. But I like these bigger, wider ones. But this is the best deal if you're trying to get these on a tool truck. So I got those from Cornwell. Also, we got Calvan thrown in here. This is from the Cornwell truck. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper online, but I keep my Cornwell guy coming. I like getting a couple things from him here and there, and their prices aren't too bad compared to some of the other trucks. Let me know what you guys think about this Calvan Tools 84. It's a HR84 wireless Wi-Fi borescope for Android and iPhone. Supposedly, I've heard good things about it, like online. I know there's several brands. Amazon has some. I'm sure I could have got this on Amazon for probably $20-30, but if I have any problems with it, I'm sure he'll take care of it. But it's flexibility. I think it's cool to have it connect to your phone, because then you can screenshot the picture, save it that way or whatever, and then put it to the case or the RO. So I got that. Let me know what you think about that. Obviously, I got, the 3-piece in orange. I have a lot of blue and green ones. Last tool haul, I got some Amazon ones. They're doing great. It was a 4-pack for $15. That's probably the best deal. And then this guy was like 30 or something for the 9-inch. And then also from Matco, I just got these two things from Matco. I got this ratchet because all the ratchets are 20% off through September, I think. And I've eyeballed this ratchet for over a year now. He always has them in stock. And it's a nice little gem. I wish they engraved Matco, but they don't. They just engraved the 88. Kind of different. My opinion varies for Matco ratchets. Hit and miss on my thoughts on Matco ratchets. The quarter drive stuff I love. Same as the 3/8. I have 1/2-inch drive Matco ratchet, the longest locking flex they offer, in a red comfort grip. I bought that over a year ago, and I do not like that ratchet. It's 33 inches long. I thought it'd be great for breaking stuff loose that's really tight, but that big 33-inch 1/2-inch drive ratchet, the bar is literally as thin as like a Snap-on 25. So when you're reefing on something in a tight spot, you get so much flex in the bar that you can't break this thing loose before your handle hits the vehicle or the frame or whatever you're working on. And I wish they would have put a thicker shaft on it, on the ratchet, for the ratchet bar. So I'm probably going to sell that ratchet. I don't use it ever. I brought it home. I don't even use it at home. Thinking about getting rid of it or trading it in and getting like the next size down, like the 27, without the comfort grip. I think the 1/2-inch comfort grip handle. I brought a couple more ratchets just to compare to this stubby, but I got the Snap-on Mini, and then I have my smallest Matco ratchet. This is the first Matco ratchet I bought off the tool truck. I love it. But my 1/2-inch ratchet I'm complaining about, the 33-inch big boy locking flex. It has this handle on it, but the handle is huge. It's ginormous. Even if you had big hands, I feel like it'd be too big. And I wish I would have went with just the chrome handle, because the 1/2-inch handles are ridiculously big and they get in the way if you're just trying to get some space to break something loose. So this is what I picked up for 20% off. They're normally like $130, something like that. So it was on a deal. I got a good discount on it. It was around $100, I think. And I've always been tempted to buy another one of these ratchets, but in the flex head from Snap-on. They offer this in a flex head. It's a little bit longer, similar to this. but I ended up going with the Matco. So it's a locking flex, pretty sweet design. Their locking design's pretty decent, and it's about as long as a snap-on when it's folded in half. But yeah, I'm excited to use this for low torque applications where you might need a little bit of extra length compared to this guy. This is great for injector terminals and stuff. I don't use a torque wrench on those. I know you're supposed to use a torque wrench, a really small one, or a torque screwdriver, but I just go with this guy and snug them down. I've seen guys use ratchets like this and just break the terminals right off because they're not careful. But yeah, the part number on their stubby flex head, locking flex quarter drive from Matco, be kind of hard to see. There we go. AFR48LF. So these are 20% off, I think, online too. Any Matco ratchet right now is 20% off. So that's that. That's my lineup of my little ratchets. We'll move on to Mac Tools. Yeah, I got a little bit of everything last week from the tool trucks. Mac Tools, I just got 2 cheap items from him. I also ordered a solvent spraying gun to hook up to Shop Air that you can put in a solvent, a barrel of cleaner. I really need it. Been borrowing it, guys, but anyway. This is in the flyer, really interesting. I saw it in there, I'm like, you have it? And he found one on the truck for me. They're 10 bucks on sale right now. It's a machinist rule. It's nice, have a good straight edge. Just see if the thermostat housing or something, is straight. If you're having issues with something sealing, have it apart and put this on it. I'm sure you could do the same thing with a file, but yeah, for 10 bucks, I figured why not. It's the MPR6. Precision ground and tempered, clear etched graduations, 6-inch, English graduations, in 1/8, 16ths, 32nds, and 64ths. And made in Taiwan. That's cool. And then my Mac dealer, he stocks the K-Tool products. And that's the KTI 79-217. It's my favorite wire wheel for putting on my die grinders and my drills. It's made in Taiwan. They hold up really well compared to like the Harbor Freight ones. I bought a variety pack from Harbor Freight and they suck, man. They throw those things out right at you right away. But I was at Harbor Freight today looking around. I picked up 3 things, and for tools I got this guy. I've always wanted a bigger pair at home. I have the 20-inch Knipex Cobras at work. I used to have a cheap Harbor Freight one of these before they had the Doyle stuff years ago, and I think I gave those away to someone. I used to use them at work for big oil filters, and I picked up this guy. This is the 20-inch high performance groove joint pliers, the 64 460s, precision engineered, Doyle, grab objects up to 5 3/8 in diameter, 100% lifetime guarantee, Doyle, genuine quality. But yeah, most hardware stores only sell up to like a 16-inch, which is what I have at home right now, and it's the USA channel lock, the blue ones. I use those all the time for oil filters and whatnot, pipe. But sometimes you need something bigger, and for 29 bucks, I thought this was a good shot. I haven't even seen where it's made. It's probably China. I'd be surprised if it's Taiwan. Yeah, China. No big deal though. I'm sure they're good quality. Most of the Doyle stuff is. So I might as well open the I'm not going to open these because you guys have seen them so many times. This looks just like that. It's waterproof and everything. 6 lights on it. Open up this one, show you guys what it looks like. Here's the Matco, the blue parts tray. I have the same one in red, and then I have a 2-pack of the Matco big hexagonal ones. They're really big, purple and a blue one. I like those too, but this one from Matco seems to be my favorite. It's a little bit longer, so you can put longer bolts in it and whatnot. A lot of people don't talk about this stuff that much, but organization and like storage when you're tearing a lot of different trucks and engines apart. It's important to me because I don't like to run out of this stuff, and I have a lot of these trays. I keep them all in the back of my US General small box that sits on my Master Series, and I just keep them all together. But right now I'm pretty low on them, so I'm like, I'm just gonna keep stocking up on them until I don't have room to keep them. They last a long time too, you know. You can wipe them out really good. I wouldn't recommend putting them in a parts washer or solvent tank. I've done that and it really tears them up. My first set of Easy Reds are pretty torn up from doing that. So that's that guy. And I might as well show you guys some of the consumables I got. I picked up this guy today at Tractor Supply. Always wanted one, just a regular super siphon. The jiggle one I really like. Matco has it. I've seen them at stores. My work has one we use. But I wanted one with a smaller tube for just sucking out stuff. You're in a pinch. But under 10 bucks, you can't beat anything from Flow Tool. That's the 10800. So I picked that up from Flow Tool. And then while I was at Harbor Freight, I restocked on these guys. I've never had issues with their copper sealing washers. I use them on my oil drain plugs on all the vehicles at home. Fuel banjo bolts, they work good. I'm starting to run out, so re-upped on those. And then also I picked up a new ratchet strap from Harbor Freight. Figured I'd try it out. I needed another one for holding transmissions to the transmission jack. I always keep one or two in my toolbox bottom drawer. It gets used all the time, and my big one got frayed, and then I threw it away. Once they start fraying and stuff, it's something you don't want to keep around. But most like the 4-packs and stuff, they're only like 500 to 700 pound rated. And this one, it's not that much bigger than those ones that come in the 4-pack, but it's rated for 1,500 pounds and then working load 500. And it just looks a lot beefier. It was $6 for just the one. And I like it when they're kind of that medium size with still metal construction and everything. They work good for a mechanic for strapping diffs and trannies and stuff to a jack. So got that guy. That'll come to work. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna show you guys some flyer stuff, and we'll wrap it up with that. So Cornwell, he only comes like once a month, but I'm just gonna let you guys see. We got these are on sale. It doesn't say BOGO, but the Deep's 500. I had the shallows and I wasn't a fan, so I went with the Matco ADVs. I don't know, it's just if it's just me or what, but I had a really bad experience with the quarter drive set that I got. It was on sale. Unfortunately, they just didn't work out. This is a cool set though, because it goes to 24. It says it only goes to 22 here, but that's a big set. Oh, the Deeps go to 22, and then the standard lengths go to 24. Coworker bought this. He loves it. He's only had it for a couple months now, but he really likes it. It's a rechargeable tire inflator, no battery. They got a 3/8 torque wrench. A lot of stuff's repeating here, but you know what I seen on the Cornwell truck is these right here. He had them on the front shelf. They're kind of copying the Snap-ons. Those come free with this set. So if you want a cheap set of pliers, you know, that are actually pretty good quality, might not be a bad choice trying these. Half-inch Super Duty torque. I think a lot of this is very similar to the Matco. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they look very similar to Matco's Air Tools. There's the Arca. And then just repeat. Oh, here we go. Blue Power. It's funny, they're Blue Power ratchets. They're expensive, but I don't know. I like this set here. It's a little bit cheaper than the big master set, and you still get some pliers in it. See, that's what a lot of these sets are missing, the ones at hardware stores. I know the Harbor Freight ones have this stuff, but I wouldn't mind that kit. It's got some metric and stuff in it, and SAE. It's got a wobble in it. Neat set. $500, $450. They have the master set in here somewhere though. I thought I saw it, and it's actually reasonably priced right here. I'm still on the fence. This is probably the best price I've seen, $750 for this guy. And this guy comes with everything. You get picks, 4 picks, you get cutters, needle nose. Sorry about the glare. You get locking pliers, 2 locking pliers, you get a little mini bit ratchet, all those bits, ratcheting screwdriver, extensions, channel locks. The ratchets are pretty mediocre, but whatever. And all those sockets and wrenches. And last place I worked at, my coworker, I showed him this kit and he's like, I'm buying it. I don't care what it costs. He got it on sale for like $850 last year. I'm surprised it's down to $750, but this is the biggest set that they have, I believe. And he loves it. He says he can do any side job with this kit pretty much. We got the Noco boost. That's funny. I saw this at Tractor Supply and it was like $280, so it's actually cheaper from Cornwell. I got mine for $250 from the Snap-on truck a couple years ago. Here's some USA stuff, 3-piece power joint set. USA made for $110. Not a bad deal. I don't know if it's pinned or a ball detent. And then figured I'd show you guys some of the Matco stuff. They're just overpriced. A lot of their stuff is. I'm sure that's a good impact. I have the older version in green. I love it. It's several years old and it still works great, as well as my 1/2-inch stubby. So yeah, just regular stuff. I have these, but they are the original brand, the USA made ones. Can cut. I have that 4-piece set. Big brass hammer. That's cool. The manual pumping evacuator, I have that one. I prefer it over the shop air ones that you hook shop air up to. These ones seem to last longer, and you can take it home and use it if you don't have compressed air. I bought mine from Napa. And just ADV, that's a good set. I recommend it. It's cheaper than the Blue Point set, either that or the one from Harbor Freight, the Quinn. There's a purple plier set, some interesting looking pliers in there. And then they have, these are on sale, the older versions. I'm surprised they still have these. I don't understand what the deal is on that. The older versions, doesn't say they're clearancing them out. So that's the older look. And then here's the newer look. But I thought they were done selling these, but I still wouldn't mind trying that guy. Milwaukee. I'm still thinking about upgrading and getting a new high torque, a 1/2-inch, and taking my older Mac 1 home. Because right now, at Home Depot, pretty much anywhere, if you buy the bare tool, you get a free 5-amp-hour battery. And for Matco, it's $430 for the bare tool. About $100 more than anywhere else for more. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.